Hello, doing a quick recording here of Apex Legends on a W3690 and an RX 570 4GB. These are the video settings we're playing on. It's a 4GB RX 470 as you can see here. So yeah, we have VSync disabled, so FPS will go as high as it can go. So yeah, so this CPU is a 6-core, 12-threaded CPU. Base clock of 3.4 gigahertz, and it turbos all the way up to 3.6 on all cores, which is very nice. And yeah. We'll just quickly test out the FPS here. Yeah, sorry there's no game sound, but that's because I'm using an external camera to record this, just so that like you get a best feel for what kind of performance you can expect. There might be a little background fan noise. I'm running tests on a couple other machines right now, but yeah. Yeah, currently you can see we're at close to, yeah, we're at 90 FPS, so that's very, very respectable, and we're also at 1080p on very close to max settings. We're not quite max settings, but pretty high up there anyways. And it's running really smooth at the moment. Like, you're not going to experience stutter or glitches or anything, so like, Apex Legends should give you an idea of like what you can expect also in other games, like not in terms of FPS, but that it'll show you that this computer runs like AAA games very nicely at like medium, high settings, and even max settings depending on which game you're playing. Yeah, right now we're running really smooth. 60 FPS. Yeah, so currently we're comfortably sitting just above 60. Now we're way above 60, but yeah, like easily 60 FPS. And the nice thing is the CPU is nowhere near like a bottleneck, and especially in games that utilize a lot more cores. So that's the nice thing. Like, this graphics card and CPU pair very well together. Yeah, so right now we're at 80 FPS. Like, and what I can also show you here is if you don't really mind turning down your visual quality a little bit, like this game does a very good job of keeping, I guess, the visual quality pretty nice. So yeah, we'll just adjust these settings here a bit, drop them down, and we'll get much nicer FPS as well. Like, yeah, now we're in the 90s. Like, I didn't even adjust them all low. Like, I'm not familiar with what quote pro settings are, but you can drop anisotropic filtering or ambient oscillation down. Oh yeah, so if we drop ambient oscillation down right now, yeah, now we're close to 100. So yeah, like the visuals still look really, really good. But yeah, it's like right now we're at 100% GPU usage. If you are watching this back in 1080p, you should be able to see that. I have, again, MSI Afterburner and overlay running so that you can see like the CPU right now is at like, it's running at 45 degrees, 47, not even at 50 degrees. Like, well, obviously we're not on 100% load, but it's running very respectably. Like all the temperatures are in check and stuff like that, so that's all good stuff. So, well, it does come with a 300 megabits per second Wi-Fi chip, which is nice. Alright, we'll get rid of these. So yeah, right now I am playing with Wi-Fi, so the chip's really nice. It gives me solid connectivity. I want the R99. But I also want the sniper, kind of. But yeah, I'll get rid of the Spitfire. Yeah, so right now we're at 100 FPS, so that's very comfortable to play at as well. Like, you can put the settings on max as well, and you'll probably be right around the 60 mark. You might dip a little bit. Like, I'm not going to test that right now. I'm just going to leave it at these settings, but yeah, like, this should give you a really solid idea of what kind of performance you can expect. Alright. So yeah, like, this should already show you enough of like how it performs, but if you'd like, I'm just going to keep recording until I die here. But yeah, like this 6-core 12-threaded W3690 Xeon, which is I think it was the highest, like the best Xeon they had for this lineup. Yeah, it is an older CPU, but with the 6 cores, 12 threads, and running at 3.6 gigahertz as its turbo, it's very respectable still. I don't like these scopes. Yep, right now we're at 85, 96, 97, 100, 95, 87, 85. And we still have a lot of headroom on the CPU still, so that's nice. So it's like if you need to load, I guess, a lot more players and that requires more CPU, it's not a problem. So it's the exact same thing we have. Oh, I like this better. So yeah, right now we're comfortably above 100 FPS still. Again, if you're wondering, these are the settings. We're at 1080p. My monitor is a tiny bit bigger, but it's pretty much 1080p. And yeah, we're running at low, model details high, so it's a nice mix of low and high settings. And again, this is the 4GB version of the RX 570. And as you can see right now, we're only using 338 megabytes of the video RAM. Yeah, now we're even, yeah, we were just at 120 there for a second. I guess there aren't a lot of players to load in this specific area. And we're still recording here. Yeah, and you can see, like, oh. Yeah, like, I could even spawn an enemy from this far away. That's cool. Oh boy. Holy smokes, that's a ton. Can't see anybody. As you can see, we are in a fight right now, well, kind of, and we're still averaging very solid FPS. Holy smokes. Wow, I'm dead. Yeah, anyways, this should give you an idea. Like, we're averaging anywhere from 60, and then when you crank it down to low, all the way up to 100 FPS. And yeah, I'm going to end the recording there. And again, these are the settings we were playing with. I showed you this a couple times, but in case you want to see again, low, disabled, low. Like, in the beginning we were running at high. You can go back in the video and re-watch that. Like, there was no stutter, no lag, and I was playing with the Wi-Fi chip that comes with this, which is a 300 megabits per second USB Wi-Fi dongle. So yeah, if you have any questions and you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to comment. I'll get back to you. But otherwise, feel free to reach out to me and I'll answer any questions you have. Yeah, and thanks for watching and have a good evening.